A former contractor for the NSA, a man who worked for the law in a nation founded under the concept of freedom. Now, a household name, a fugitive in Russia, and depending on who you ask, the most amazing hero or most lethal villain the world has ever seen. Edward Snowden has been the subject of intense media and government debate on whether or not he is a traitor or a liberator. I believe that without a doubt, Edward Snowden is a hero, not only because he worked to expose the illegal actions of the NSA and US government, but he liberated the citizens of America by unveiling the truth that has lied behind government walls for so long. Let's examine this clip from Sir David Omand, former head of Britain's intelligence agency, GCHQ.
Well, it's possible to be a bit of both. In my book, he's more villain than hero because of the disproportion with which he acted. The damage he's done is out of proportion to the well-meaning intent he might have had.
But were Edward Snowden's actions really that disproportionate? And was his intended meaning to harm the citizens of the United States and other countries that may have been spied on by the government? The answer is no.
The real damage that has been done, however, lies within exactly what Edward Snowden exposed. These exploitations include, but are not limited to, the discovery of how major phone companies, most notably Verizon, secretly supplied all phone records to the NSA, the discovery of PRISM, the NSA's program to request any server information from Google and any other online engines, and X-Keyscore, the NSA's tool to search basically everything one does on the internet. All of this being said, is the real villain Snowden? Having leaked all this information, Edward Snowden is a hero for exposing the US government for their invasion of national and personal privacy. Let's take a look at a clip from the Young Turks, an educational program on YouTube dedicated to providing opinion on controversial news.
But when the government is doing something wrong, they're not going to leak it. That falls on the whistleblowers, like Snowden. But when he does, of course, he's set upon by the establishment, traitor, defector, etc. But you need him. How else are you going to find out what your government is doing wrong in a democracy? What, a 29-year-old is going to go and say, hey, listen, I think you're abusing the Constitution and clearly violating Americans' privacy rights? That reaction would be, how quick do we fire this guy? This is the only realistic way to bring attention to this issue to the American people.
This source perfectly illustrates the second reason why Edward Snowden is a hero, for liberating the citizens that have been wrongly intruded on by the government, thus granting them the freedom and knowledge that they deserve. This, paired with how Snowden successfully exposed the government, rightfully warrants him the bravest hero the world has ever seen.